So the first field, which is really important, and this was the beginning. So there is one first field, which is very missing in our community. And let me start from within the community and go step by step outside the community. But there is something which is the big struggle, the great struggle within our community. You know, in which way? You know, there is a divine pedagogy and a prophetic pedagogy in the way the Quran was revealed and in the way the Prophet salawatu rabbi alayhi wasallam was behaving with the people. But there is something which is constant, which is permanent in the 23 years of revelation and 23 years of the prophetic mission. There is something which is essential. He built everything on something which is trusting the brothers and loving them. You are not going to change your community if you don't have around you people you love, people you trust, and people with whom you speak about love and trust. Ask yourself, you are at home. Do you speak at home about love? Loving each other? When the Prophet ﷺ was advising a brother to say to his brother, I love you in Allah. But not I love you in Allah with your tongue or with just your mouth. I love you in Allah with your heart. How many people around you can you tell or say about them, I deeply, strongly love them in Allah? And I know the meaning of that. That Allah, whatever, you know, very often we present Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj as a great experience for the Prophet ﷺ. But you know, to make it short, you know the story. When he came back and he said, I went to Al-Quds and I prayed and I went to, and I got the 5 prayers. All the story, you know the story. What was the first reaction of the people? Oh, he's totally crazy. He's crazy. And they went to his friend. And because this faith, this Islam was built on trust and love, the first reaction of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, the truthful man, and this is really important, Siddiq, as-Sidq is this coherence between your belief and your action. As-Sidq. So the first reaction was to say, has he said that? He said, yes. They wanted him to say it's crazy. I believe him. Because of his love, I believe this man. He's the Prophet, ﷺ. How many of you brothers, if someone comes to you and tell you, you know what he did? Are you going to keep your trust? Are you going to be confident? Are you going to say, I love him and I will protect him from you? How many brothers do you have that when someone came to criticize them, you already say, stop, I don't want to listen. He is my brother. She is my sister. This is the true love. The experience of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj is this, the good deeds within the community. We said, I love him. He is my brother. I will protect him. Man satara mu'minan fi dunya, satarahu Allah fi dunya wal akhirah. I'm going to protect him from you. And maybe what you say is right, but I will help him to be right. The first reaction is to protect the people. What is needed is in this community is protective brothers and sisters. Caring, loving, saying it. How many times you are telling the brothers and sisters, I love you in Allah, or showing it without saying it, but you feel that there is love in our relationship, and trust, and confidence. Find for your brother 70 excuses before judging him or her. So how are you going to change this society if in our community, we have a community of judges? The first mistake is the last one I accept. What's that? How could you contribute to the people here? We are a community of peace and love and mutual trust. If it's not true, I'm sorry to say, I don't feel it. I don't feel in this community. It's very easy to smile at me because you see me once. But what about your brother and your sister in your daily life? This is Islam. So the starting point of our contribution to this society is to promote this in this society, this love. أُحِبُّكَ فِي اللَّهِ. And I nurture this. I study, I learn how to love. Because everything in Islam is about learning. You have to learn to love your father and your mother. You have to learn to love your brother and your sister. You have to learn to love your son and your daughter. It's all about learning. It's not like this, it's not natural. The deep love is out of learning, studying. The superficial love is out of nature. You naturally love like this, superficially. But a spiritual love is out of teaching, because there is no spirituality without jihad, studying, learning. This is what we need in this community. Where are we? We are far from that. We are far from this. And ask yourself, how many? And you know, we are very often repeating a very extreme situation. وَإِنْ جَاءَكَ فَاسِقٌ فَتَبَيَّنُوا. جَاءَكَ فَاسِقٌ. If someone is coming to tell you something which is wrong, perverse, okay, just to try to find. But in your daily life, you have to do that. In your daily life, if you love your brothers and your sisters, and you promote this in this community. So we are defensive with the people around us, the non-Muslims, and we are judging our fellow Muslims. So where is the heart in all that? Where is our heart? Where is the spiritual teaching of Islam here? Where is this learn to forgive? Can you tell me, really, every one of you can tell me, I know how to forgive? Do you really forgive? Think about to whom you show this kind of forgiveness during the last months. To forgive. While the prophets were struggling against their own community, and they forgive. The Prophet ﷺ coming back to Mecca. Antum tulaqa. Go. I forgive you. After 10 years, it was a struggle and persecution. Forgive. And we experience nothing of that. And we don't know how to forgive. So this is one point. And I can tell you something. This will be visible in Britain. This will be visible. Really, if you are like this, the people are looking at you and say, okay, I like the way he or she is. Protective. Protecting, just hiding the weaknesses of the people. The Muslims and the non-Muslims alike. It's nothing. And then you, as the Prophet ﷺ did, Umar wanted to kill someone. He took him apart and he explained. This is the pedagogy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Harshness on one side. Love and tenderness on the other. Where are you? On which side? Ask yourself, on which side? So this is the true consistency between faith and behavior.